What if I told you that some of the TV shows labeled bad in 1977 were never truly bad at all? They were misunderstood, rushed, judged too early. And decades later, fans finally realized the critics had it completely wrong. Welcome to Remembering America, where we uncover the most ambitious failures in TV history. Today, we're diving into the shows that aimed high and fell even harder. 1. Blansky's Beauties. Blansky's Beauties premiered in 1977 as a high-energy, Vegas-style comedy that critics instantly tore apart. They called it loud, messy, and overstuffed with musical numbers that didn't know when to stop. But modern viewers see something different. The series captures a very specific moment in American entertainment: bright costumes, synchronized dances, stacked comedy routines, and the unapologetic glamour of late 70s showbiz. The humor wasn't meant to be subtle, it was meant to feel like a live stage revue, exploding with movement and personality. And while critics demanded depth, audiences today appreciate the series as a colorful time capsule. Looking back, the show's vibrant charm, upbeat energy, and theatrical spirit reveal exactly why people now defend it. Blansky's Beauties wasn't bad, it was simply misunderstood, offering pure entertainment during an era obsessed with experimentation. 2. Tabitha. When Tabitha debuted in 1977 as a spin-off of the legendary sitcom Bewitched, critics dismissed it almost immediately. They argued that the show lacked the heart, spark, and magical charm of the original. Many felt the series was unnecessary, another attempt to revive a legacy that should remain untouched. But decades later, fans have re-evaluated Tabitha and discovered its quiet strengths. Lisa Hartman brought a warm, modern energy to the character, balancing her magical heritage with relatable struggles of career, independence, and young adulthood. The show offered cozy fantasy, light romance, and soft humor, perfectly representing the warm sitcom style of late 70s television. What seemed too simple in 1977 now feels refreshing, nostalgic, and comforting. Today, people realize Tabitha wasn't trying to replace Bewitched, it was expanding that universe with its own gentle identity. 3. C.P.O. Sharky. C.P.O. Sharky, starring Don Rickles, wasn't welcomed kindly by critics in 1977. They complained that Rickles' sharp insult-based comedy was outdated, too aggressive, or no longer suited to evolving television standards. But audiences who revisit the series today often see the opposite. The show provides an authentic 70s comedic rhythm, fast, punchy, and delivered with Rickles' unmatched timing. It also offered a unique perspective inside Navy training life, mixing barracks humor with quick-fire dialogue few comedians could replicate. The misunderstandings and clashes within the squad gave the series surprising character moments, something critics overlooked. Instead of aging poorly, Rickles' humor now feels like a rare artifact of a comedic style the industry rarely produces anymore. CPO Sharky wasn't a relic, it became a snapshot of classic American comedy at its boldest. 4. Operation Petticoat. At first glance, critics in 1977 didn't know what to make of Operation Petticoat. A sitcom centered on a pink submarine sounded too silly to take seriously. Reviewers complained the humor felt lightweight and the concept unrealistic. But today, that's exactly what gives the show its charm. Operation Petticoat embraced playful absurdity during a time when many comedies chased heavier themes. The bright submarine, quirky crew, misunderstandings, and upbeat tone created an easygoing style of humor that audiences now appreciate as classic 70s fun. It wasn't meant to be serious, it was meant to be entertaining. Modern viewers see it as a cheerful, harmless escape, with warm characters and simple comedic setups that still hold up surprisingly well. What critics dismissed as too goofy has become a nostalgic reminder of when television didn't take itself too seriously. 5. Quincy M.E. It's hard to believe now, but Quincy M.E. faced sharp criticism in 1977. Many reviewers claimed the show was too preachy and overly focused on social issues instead of solving crimes. They said it didn't know whether it wanted to be a medical drama or a detective series. But time has proven the critics wrong. Today, Fans admire the show precisely because it was ahead of its time, fearlessly tackling real-world problems like public safety, corruption, and health crises. Jack Klugman's performance added emotional weight rare in 70s procedurals, and the show paved the way for modern forensic dramas long before the genre exploded. What seemed heavy-handed in 1977 now feels powerful, meaningful, and surprisingly modern. Quincy M.E. went from misguided experiment to one of the most influential shows of its era. 6. The Hardy Boys/Nancy Drew Mysteries. When this mystery adventure series aired in 1977, critics weren't convinced. They argued the stories were too lightweight, the tone too youthful, and the mysteries not complex enough. But modern viewers see the series differently. The Hardy Boys/Nancy Drew Mysteries perfectly captured the adventurous spirit of the late 70s, bright colors, fun detective work, cliffhangers, and iconic theme music. It introduced young audiences to mystery storytelling, long before similar shows became mainstream. The chemistry of the cast, combined with the show's energetic pacing, created a sense of excitement that critics completely overlooked. Today, fans praise the series for its nostalgic charm, stylish visuals, and surprisingly cinematic structure for its time. Instead of being too simple, it became a gateway to the mystery genre for an entire generation. 7. 8 is Enough. 8 is Enough faced mixed reviews in 1977, with critics claiming the series relied too heavily on emotional drama and large family chaos. They believed the storylines were exaggerated, overly sentimental, or trying too hard to tug at heartstrings. But viewers who revisit it today understand why it connected. The show portrayed a real, imperfect family dealing with everyday struggles, grief, relationships, and growing up, topics that television rarely handled with such honesty at the time. The cast created a believable warmth, and the show's focus on family unity made it comforting rather than contrived. What felt too dramatic in 1977 now feels grounded and relatable. Over time, audiences recognized 8 is Enough as a heartfelt family drama that understood the value of simple, human stories. 8. Lucan. When Lucan premiered, the concept, a young man raised by wolves adapting to human society, was too strange for 1977 critics. They mocked the premise, calling it unbelievable and borderline absurd. But modern viewers see the show's deeper strengths. Lucan explored themes of identity, humanity, and survival with surprising sincerity. The series balanced adventure with emotional storytelling, and Kevin Brophy's performance added warmth to a premise that could have easily felt silly. It offered a creative risk rarely seen in network television at the time, blending mystery, drama, and quiet character moments. Today, fans appreciate its uniqueness and the experimental freedom of 70s television. Lucan proves that unusual ideas aren't weaknesses, they're often the reason a show becomes unforgettable. 9. The Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail was one of 1977's most ambitious TV productions, but critics were unimpressed. They argued the series felt slow, lacked direction, and couldn't match the excitement of classic westerns. But with time, audiences began to appreciate it for something critics never noticed: authenticity. The show captured the hardship and uncertainty of frontier travel with realism rarely seen on television at the time. From harsh landscapes to difficult choices, the show portrayed life on the trail with grit and emotional weight. Today, fans praise its cinematography, strong performances, and historical atmosphere. What once seemed boring now feels atmospheric, grounded, and visually stunning. The Oregon Trail stands as an overlooked gem that deserved far more respect than it received. 10. The San Pedro Beach Bums. In 1977, critics dismissed the San Pedro Beach Bums as shallow, immature, and lacking meaningful storytelling. They believed the show was too goofy, too light, and aimed at an audience they didn't understand. But modern viewers appreciate it exactly for what it was: an easygoing, carefree comedy reflecting 70s youth culture. The show captured the fun, friendships, and misadventures of a group of young guys living near the California coast, offering the kind of warm, breezy entertainment critics underestimated. Today, fans see it as a nostalgic window into the era's humor and lifestyle. The cheerful tone, colorful setting, and relaxed pacing are now considered strengths rather than flaws. The San Pedro beach bums didn't fail, it simply arrived before people were ready to enjoy it.